Michael Baddeley brings you all the Fantasy Premier League insight his knowledge has to offer ahead of the Premier League's long-awaited return. Finally, the first game week of the Premier League season is here, and with that comes the return of one of the most anticipated football games amongst fans. No, not FIFA, not Football Manager either. I'm talking about Fantasy Premier League. Of course, as promised, I will be running weekly articles alongside the league that we have set up. In said articles, I will give 5 players who I think we should be keeping an eye on this week, and then you will also get the chance to see our team for the week at the end. However, for this week only, I thought I would be extra nice and split them into 2 articles so I could explain our team in depth, so here we go. Romelu Lukaku, £11.5 million. As much as it pains me to say this, Romelu Lukaku is one of my top picks for the week and should also be one of the top contenders for the captaincy role. As it stands, Lukaku is the top-owned FPL player with a whopping 48.4% of players owning him. After scoring 25 goals for Everton last season, Mourinho's made the striker his big money signing this summer, and he is set to make Old Trafford bow this Sunday against West Ham, a side who he has an incredible track record against. The Belgian has scored on 9 of the 12 occasions he's played against the Hammers. It's also worth noting that he has 4 assists against the London-based side. Harry Kane, £12.5 million. All this Kane doesn't score in August nonsense should put you off. In the seasons in which Harry has been a starter for Spurs, he has never had a full pre-season under his belt, up until now that is. The striker took home the Golden Boot last season by bagging himself 29 goals last season, and I am tipping him to do the same again. If he doesn't get injured, then he should be in your team from game week 1 all the way through to game week 38. Travelling to newly promoted Newcastle United won't be easy for Spurs or Kane, but if they give him a sniff at goal, he will definitely stuff it in the onion bag. Sadio Mane, £9.5 million. I couldn't do this without putting a Liverpool player in now, could I? It was a tough pick between Mane and Salah for this one, but the fact that Sadio has Premier League experience was enough to tip it towards the Senegalese international. Mane only played 2 games in pre-season, but in one of those games he tore Bayern Munich's backline limb from limb, and in the process he scored 1 goal and snatched himself an assist as well. He was such a key player for Liverpool last season, and with the signing of Salah taking some pressure off him, I fully expect him to wreak havoc again this season. Kevin De Bruyne, £10 million. If this lad turns up and is on form, then Man City are very hard to beat. Despite being the 5th highest scoring midfielder with an impressive 199 points, he went under the FPL radar a little last year. Many people focused on having the likes of Ali, Sanchez and Hazard in their teams and seemed to forget him. He is probably the safest way into the City attack, and with City travelling to Brighton this weekend and then facing several easier games in the following weeks, you're going to need someone from them. Oh yeah, did I mention he racked up 21 assists last season? No, well, I have now, and if the kind fixture list wasn't enough to convince you to invest, then this should definitely turn your head. Marcos Alonso, £7 million. Many people seem to have turned their nose up at Alonso, and being a £7 million defender, I can understand why. But it's a little bit different with the Spanish wing-back. He is technically another midfielder. Last season the Spaniard played 603 minutes fewer than top-scoring defender and teammate Gary Cahill, but only scored 1 point less than him. His 15 clean sheets, 6 goals and 5 assists meant that he was a must-have for all FPL managers, and if he hits the same kind of form as he did last season, then things will be exactly the same this time around. Chelsea start at home against Burnley, but after that, they haven't got the easiest of games and they could struggle to keep clean sheets, but Alonso's attacking returns could be too much to resist. That's it for the first article in the Fantasy Premier League 5 players to watch this game week series. If you liked it, make sure you check out next week's edition and also check out our team for the week. Fancy joining our league? Enter before kickoff on Friday to be in with a chance of winning a Liverpool home jersey. Build your team here and use the code 221,857,091 to enter. Header graphic designed by @DesignsBeConnor.